Every school has a legend. No matter how small and no matter how dark it may seem, every school has a legend. Sometimes the legends are funny and light, like that class clown that did something so atrocious that the tales are passed down from one grade to another, to the point that the class clown might have actually graduated, but their endeavors are still told by the students that remain. But some legends, they can be dark, holding deep secrets that is only whispered among the students in the corridors, as a warning to one another, a cautionary tale, if you will. This is one such story. So sit down, grab a snack, and let me tell you the story of a little Japanese girl that haunts the toilets of a school. This is the story of Hanako-San. It's almost Halloween season, so imagine you and your friend decide that corn maze and regular haunted house locked room mysteries, they aren't going to cut it this year. And that's when one of your friends comes up with, frankly, an insane idea. They say, why not just go to a real haunted place? You weren't exactly opposed to it. It would be a fun experience, and you were skeptical that you would find any real ghosts anyway, so you were up for it. You guys research tales of local ghosts and haunted buildings that are close to you, and you find one that is very close by. The blog said that there was this girl that died in a school's bathroom and that her ghost haunts the bathroom. It also said that you could summon the ghost by calling out her name. Now that caught your attention. That could be interesting, especially if you could capture the ghost on camera. That would be viral gold right there. And the school was less than an hour away. This is going to be perfect. So you and your friend buy all the knockoff versions of the spirit boxes, just in case you guys were up for talking to the ghost. It was just an old equipment that you saw on eBay. So on Halloween night, you and your friend dress up as vampires and wearing your running shoes, just in case. You equip your cars with all the spirit boxes, EVP recorders, and cameras that you guys bought. And on the drive to the school, you guys just keep laughing, making up scenarios of what you would do if you actually caught the ghost on camera. And when you finally parked in front of the school, the both of you sobered up. This was getting more and more real, and you didn't know if it was because of the tales that you've read of the ghost sightings or just because of the night. The sight of the school at night was almost menacing. The building was only 3 stories tall, but the school itself felt bigger, like it was towering, looming over the two of you, warning you not to enter. But that couldn't be, right? You decide to wave it off and go right ahead. So lugging your equipment that the two of you bought, both you and your friend enter the school through the back door that would never close properly. It was dark inside, obviously. The school hadn't been used in almost a decade and no other business seemed to want to buy it, so it just laid there, abandoned, and now almost ruined. Which for you, it honestly added to the vibe. You guys turn your torches on and make your way through the building. One of the people online gave you a map to the bathroom's location, so huddled together, carrying all the equipment, you guys head in the direction of the bathroom. The two of you were laughing the entire ride here, yeah. But now that you were here, you guys were jumping at every little sound that came out of the building. And when you finally get to the girls' bathroom on the 3rd floor, you set up your equipment and then take a deep breath and start the spirit box. You go to the stall that is said to be the place where the girl died, and you knock 3 times. And then you call out, "Hanako-san, are you there?" And then you wait. 1 second, and then 2, and 3. And eventually, when more than a minute passes, you turn back to look at your friend, a little disappointed. Well, at least that was a good experience. You guys wait for a bit longer, letting the spirit box catch any sounds if it even could. And then you guys turn it off. And just as you were about to pack your equipment, you hear a little girl's voice in the distance. Very soft, almost angelic. Yes, I'm here. You look at your friend shocked. Your blood runs cold and your hands begin to shake. The equipment was already turned off. How are you guys hearing a voice? Surely it must be another group of people playing a prank on you guys. It is Halloween after all, and you guys cannot be the only ones with the brilliant idea of going to tour a real haunted building. So you look up at your friend, only to find him staring at something that is right behind you. His face was pale, almost ashen, as if he had actually seen a ghost. You try to ask him what happened, but your friend would not answer. His mouth was agape, so you gulp. You could feel your heart quicken and your breath becoming shallow, but you turn nonetheless, and then you see her. A young girl standing at the end of the bathroom. She had a slight bob haircut and was wearing this red dress, almost like a school uniform. She had not been there when you entered. You checked the entire bathroom. It was empty. So where did she come from? And when she turned around, you could see the blood dripping from her hands, forming a small splatter puddle on the tile floor. And just as she raised her hand, you snap out of your trance. You no longer care for the equipment anymore. You grab onto your friend's hand and the two of you run out of the bathroom as fast as you can. You guys close the door to the bathroom in your hurry, but what purpose is the door against the supernatural? But you do not stop. You keep running, your friend's hand in yours. You are not letting him go. Who knows what the little ghost girl is capable of? So you guys continue running until you find the door that you entered in. The two of you run out of the building, slamming the door behind you, and it wasn't until you entered your car and started it, hightailing it out of there, that you realized exactly what happened. You had just met the ghost of Hanako-San and had been one of the few people that lived to tell the tale. You look at your rearview mirror, back at the school where you guys ran from, and you could have sworn that you could still see the ghost of the little girl in the red dress staring right back at you from the building. That ghostly little girl in the red dress was Hanako-san. There are many tales about the origins of the girl, to be honest. One version said that the ghost was a little girl that lived during the World War II era. She was playing hide and seek one day with her friends, and as a part of the game, she hid in the girls' bathroom on the 3rd floor. And because of that, she didn't hear the sirens for the raid, and unfortunately, because of that, she dies in the bombing. Another version of the tale says that she was chased to the bathroom and was killed by a stranger or even an abusive elder, while another version of the story states that she may have unalived herself in the school bathroom due to the constant bullying that she was facing in school. Either version of the story states that she was just a little girl that died in the 3rd floor girls' bathroom. And during the time of her death, she had a bobbed haircut and wore a red dress. If you happen to think that you're brave enough, a little disclaimer, I am not stating, nor am I endorsing that you have to go and seek her out. But if you were to do so, here's how you can do it. She is said to reside in the 3rd stall of the 3rd floor girls' bathroom. So, you go there, stand in front of the 3rd stall, knock on the door 3 times, and ask, Hanako-san, are you there? And if she's present in the bathroom, she might respond, yes, I am. And then you will see a bloody hand emerge from the bathroom stall. And it is said that that is the last thing that people see before they're dragged into the stall themselves and into the depths of hell. Which, my question is, if that is the last thing that people see, how do we even know that? It's not like people that are dragged into hell come back and then said, Hey, so I encountered this little ghost girl and she dragged me into hell, and this is what I saw. So are people able to escape her though? Or was my story of her just wishful thinking? It is said that you could escape her if you show her something that she is afraid of, or tell her something that might appeal to her sympathies. And because of that, legends say that one of the best ways to escape her is to show her perfect grades. Like you get your report cards to say all A's and she might let you go. Which I feel like is a perfect way for parents to trick their kids into studying. It's like the parents going, "You better study or Hanako-San will come and get you." Anyway, some versions of the legend say that you could show her a carton of milk, because apparently that was one of the ways that bullies used to bully her. Or you could tell her that you have a sibling and she will let you go, because apparently you having a sibling will elicit some sort of empathy in her. I didn't know I could use my brother like that. But whatever you do not answer any of her questions. Do not play with her. And most importantly, do not hesitate to run. These days, the tale of Hanako-san is more of a tale that is told in the schoolyards. And her story has been adapted into various manga and anime and movies. So that being said, just don't go looking for her. This episode is not a guide for you. Anyway, that's all for today. Until next time, sweet dreams, good night.